Welcome back to the News Hub here at WSJ Live. I'm Simon Constable. The CIA is moving weapons in a bid to arm Syrian rebels as the US plan to aid Assad's foes takes shape. Here with WSJ exclusive is Wall Street Journal Pentagon correspondent Adam Entous. And there he is, Washington. Thank you, Adam, for being there. This, as I will emphasize again, is an exclusive. The arms are moving in. Tell us what's happening.
Well, what we've learned from diplomatic sources is that the CIA had been stocking up on Soviet-era weapons, including Kalashnikov ammunition and anti-tank weapons. And they've begun, over a period of the last week or so, moving that stockpile to Jordan to position it for what they expect to be a very intense training and vetting program, where for a period of 2 weeks they will work with small groups of 10 to 20 rebels to ensure that they meet U.S. standards and that they know how to use the weapons. And then they will begin to move into Syria, probably in the late July or early August timeframe.
Okay. Now, one of the things that they're also doing is there's going to be a no-fly zone or a partial no-fly zone, not across the whole of Syria. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, that is a proposal that was made by Pentagon war planners because they felt that it would be necessary to provide some protection to the CIA operatives and also other personnel that would be involved in this arming and training program. However, that program, that idea of a no-fly zone is not moving forward at this time. It ran into considerable opposition within the White House, which is still hasn't ruled it out and could decide to look that way. But at this point, what the White House has given the CIA permission to do is to begin the arming process.
Now, one of the worries that some people have about the arming process is that these arms will end up in our enemy's hands, and we're not talking about the Assad forces or forces loyal to Assad, but folks that are linked with al-Qaeda. This vetting process, it's got to be somewhat risky, hasn't it? You know, showing up and giving arms, and then it goes into the battlefield, and you don't really know where it's going to go, do you?
Right. Well, certainly this was the main reason why President Obama nixed this exact same proposal last year when it was presented to him. They were very concerned that Islamists would be able to get some of these weapons, particularly the more heavy weapons that could be used against tanks or, for example, anti-aircraft man-pads that can be used against aircraft. What's changed, according to administration officials, is that the CIA has a much better handle on who's who within the rebel opposition forces. And that's given them increasing confidence to go forward. But in many ways, what you're seeing here is a shift in strategy by the Obama administration that reflects a recognition of the changes that have occurred on the ground, where you have a resurgent Assad and an increasing number of Hezbollah fighters in Syria that have tipped the balance of the fight, and now the administration fears that the rebels could lose Aleppo in the coming months.
It sounds like it's going to get rather interesting over there. We appreciate your time, Adam Entous of the Wall Street Journal.